Hey guys, Monochrome here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Genuinely good to have you. Today we're taking a look at the Hawker neck knife by Survivor. At least that's what it says on top of the box. Let's take a look at the bottom of the box to get the truth. And the truth is, Rothko item number 3673, black paracord knife made in Taiwan. All right, now that we have the truth, let's take a look inside. And oh, that's right, I do not do unboxing videos. Here's what you get inside. Let's start out with the main thing. Black ABS plastic, quite thin neck sheath. Does a pretty good job of imitating Kydex. Even kind of feels like Kydex. It's not Kydex. It's black ABS plastic. Black ABS plastic. Now, it does come with a cord-wrapped handle. However, at the end here, what you'll get out of the box is a long, loose shoelace. Yep. And I took that shoelace and I made a very simple rat tail lanyard. This lanyard is more for getting a better grip on the very short handle. As usual, specs in the description box below. Be sure to check that out when the video is over. So yeah, I just knotted up the shoelace, made a very simple rat tail lanyard, burned the ends of the shoelace when I was done to keep it from unraveling. So that's the main thing you get in the box. You also get this little accessory pouch that comes with, yep, you guessed it, another very thin shoelace. So altogether, you get a pair of shoelaces with your neck knife. Yeah. Okay. I guess you're supposed to use this shoelace through these two holes and wear it as a neck knife, trim it to size, fair enough. And on the inside, you also get a black coated 3-hole traditional modern day folding knife carry clip. Yep, just a traditional 3-hole modern day carry clip. Let's face it, modern day one-handers have been around long enough that you can use both the word traditional and modern day in the same sentence. Besides the clip, which will probably fit a bunch of different generic one-handers, you also get a very tiny Allen wrench and screws for mounting the clip. So overall, not a bad accessory packet. Not bad at all. All right, let's take a look at the knife itself. And just another word, clearly, that clip is meant to be mounted on the back here, and that way you can carry it clipped onto a belt or onto the top of your waistband, or even if you wanted to, although it would look silly, clipped to the top of a pocket. All right. And you can even mount the clip here to carry it inverted. As for me, I plan on using this as just a neck knife. So let's take a look at it. At the tang, it says Survivor, and yep, the blade steel is AUS-6. Now, I get it. AUS-6, not very exciting. However, it is the Japanese equivalent to American 440A. for all intents and purposes, for all practical purposes, when it comes to blade steels, AUS-6 or AUS-6 is the equivalent of American 440A. So nothing to write home about, but a good basic stainless steel. 440A is used in a lot of budget knives, and it is used in this one. This is definitely a budget knife. As you can see, the blade is skeletonized to reduce weight. And even though it looks double-edged, yeah, it's not. That top edge is not an edge at all. I can run my finger through there. No blood. That's right, YouTube, no blood. I remember the days when creative ASMR artists and other individuals were able to use blood as a way to tell a fantastic, interesting story, and YouTube didn't care. Well, they sure as hell care nowadays, don't they? So yeah, once again, no blood, YouTube, no blood. All righty. And the blade. Very short, combination blade, serrated and straight. Is it sharp? Yes, it is. Here we have a little bit of jimping up here. Now, it may look shallow, but that jimping is somewhat functional. It's not the most aggressive, but it is functional. And down here on the bottom, the same type of not too aggressive, but still functional jimping. And if you decide to do what I did with the long shoelace lanyard, I can definitely get all 4 fingers and thumb onto the knife very securely. Although, considering where that cutting edge begins, this is definitely not the type of knife that you would rely on as a covert weapon. No. Are there some neck knives out there that are good for that purpose? Yes, this is not one of them. This is specifically something that you would wear around your neck when going into the wilderness as a backup knife to your main knife, or even as a backup knife to your backup knife for your main knife. And any of you who have gone hiking, camping, done anything outdoors, you know that you need a knife, and you also know how ridiculously easy it is to put down a knife somewhere and, oh crap, where's my knife? Well, you lost it. You think you left it somewhere else, and you actually left it at another spot. Or sometimes, and yes, this does happen, a 4-legged critter comes along, sees your shiny little knife, scoops it up in his mouth, and runs off with it because it was shiny. People love shiny things too. Look at how much they spend on diamonds, which are nothing more than shiny rocks. Yes, that's all they are. But okay, everyone pretends diamonds have value, so I guess they have value. By the way, they are ridiculously plentiful. Yeah, the diamond trade intentionally holds back the amount of diamonds they have to artificially drive up prices. But that has nothing to do with this video. As you can see, very short blade. very sharp, good point. It does have a good point to it. And that point is very useful in the great outdoors. Yeah. I think the serrated edge is going to be less useful, but like I said, this is either going to be your backup knife in the great outdoors or a backup to a backup knife. So if things really get hairy and this turns out to be your only cutting tool, you're going to prefer or want those serrations, as this is not going to be a, oh crap, my hawker went dull. What do I do now? Well, you don't have to worry about that because half the edge is serrated. So for that purpose, yeah, it's a good knife. And again, based on the design, even though the jimping on top and bottom is functional, it is good, but it's not great. I wouldn't even rate it as very good. It's good, but this is not something you can totally rely on for your fingers not slipping onto the cutting edge. This is definitely not a covert weapon. This is just what it is, a very useful, very small neck knife that you can take with you into the great outdoors. You can use it for opening up anything from a medical kit if you've gotten injured to, well, a plastic baggie containing your sandwich that you bought at the general store on your way hiking the Appalachian Trail or wherever you might happen to be. And for the price, I'd say it's worth it. I found this one for right around $10. I'd say if you could find it somewhere and maybe it's a little bit overpriced at $15, is it still worth picking up at that price? Yes. Yes. Again, $10, very good price. 15, still not bad. Not bad. Not terrific, but not bad. If you can find this online for 15, I'd say it's still worth picking up if this is something you might want to carry. And oh yeah, down here, not sure if you can see that, but that lanyard hole is actually a hex head hole. Although, yeah, that's mostly for show. Yes, with the ABS plastic sheath attached and the lanyard cut off, yeah, you could use that for tightening down a bolt or maybe loosening a bolt. I wouldn't recommend it though. No, that's clearly there for show. Yeah, just for show. Not something I would recommend. Fit inside the sheath, surprisingly good. Surprisingly good considering the price tag. You just push it in as far as it'll go until it stops. Now, you're not going to get an audible click when you're pushing the knife into the sheath. You're just not. You just have to push it in as far as it will go, and that's as far as it will go. Just above the word survivor. That's as far as it goes. But when you pull it out, yeah, surprisingly good retention. This thing has not fallen out of the sheath since I bought it. It's surprisingly secure for a neck knife that does not click into place. I wish it did, but considering the price tag, can't get too upset about that. Yep. This will easily stay in place, carried around your neck. You're not going to have to worry about this falling out. Now, if you want the knife to be even more compact and smaller, yes, you could cut the shoelace down even smaller, burn the ends near here instead of all the way over here. But if you do that, keep in mind, you're going to have a very short handle. This is basically, if you wear large size gloves, yeah, realistically, that's going to be about a 2-finger hold. See where my ring finger is as I wrap it around the knife handle? It's actually barely making contact with the very back of the handle. So realistically, if you go without a lanyard attachment, it's going to be a 2-finger grip with the thumb on top. If you're fine with that, yeah, have at it. All right. And as a fixed blade knife, you don't have to worry about the lock mechanism malfunctioning or snapping shut on your fingers. Definitely a good thing. So yes, even though this is a very cheap knife, there is some value to it. I mean, AUS-6 steel, Japanese equivalent of American 440A. So it's definitely a lot better than some of those 3CR or 5CR MOV steels out there. Ironically, you're getting a better quality steel than some of those other budget neck knives. And yeah, even though the sheath is just ABS plastic, not Kydex, it looks like Kydex, it feels like Kydex, and it does an excellent job of holding the knife in place, even inverted. I have never had a single issue with this thing coming loose. And when you do draw it, the draw stroke is very simple. Thumb here, index finger here, push off with the thumb. No issues, no problems, each and every single time. So there you go. If you're looking for a very small and very inexpensive neck knife that you can carry as a backup to your main blade out in the wilderness or as a backup to your backup knife, I think this one is definitely worth a look. Again, right around $10 to $15. If any online site is asking more than that, I'd say no. But yeah, for right around $10 to $15, this is a genuine good value. So it does get a conditional recommendation if that's the sort of knife you're looking for. Okay, guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay safe out there. I'll see you soon. Unfortunately, yes, it is still dangerous.